total children, complete children, not only those that are successful in academics and are zero in character. Hello everyone, my name is Omotayo Abiri. I am a lawyer, I am a lecturer, I am a mother, I am a mentor, and I am your host and lead trainer at Lexeeland Resource. I welcome you to this webinar and I hope that you will get the best out of this. Lexeeland Resource, what we do is to ensure that we assist parents in character building of children, to make sure that at the end of our trainings they begin to exhibit stellar behaviors and exemplary character in all that they do. We realize that the world has fast become a global place and parenting itself has gone beyond the era of assumption. Assumed parenting can no longer work with this generation of children. What we need to do is to be intentional about parenting. Well, clearly a lot of parents have done fairly well in this regard. We are aware that some parents actually take time to attend seminars, trainings, while some have invested heavily in parenting books. We know all of that. That is very good. However, when it comes to the point of translating this knowledge that parents have gathered over time onto the children, it becomes an issue. Some do not find the right words to put it across. Some do not have the patience to deal with the trainings. And that is where we come in. We are willing and able to assist parents in getting this done, passing this message clearly in the language that they can understand onto the children. We have a lot of survival skills that we are going to be treating in our course modules. The course modules are very easy and simple to understand. Our target audience are the children and not the parents at all. And we have the capacity to deal with the children and make sure that at the end, going through our courses, they will come out well and you will be happy even as their parents. The vision, like I earlier mentioned, is to build, develop children with stellar behaviors and those who will come out as rounded children, well-rounded children, total children, complete children, not only those that are successful in academics and are zero in character and behaviors. At Lexeeland Resource, we have a wide range of courses that the children can go through. We have about 15 courses that the children will run through while with us in Lexeeland Resource. And why we are here actually is to intimate parents of what the benefits their children stand to gain if they run these courses. I'm going to just do a brief rundown of all the courses that we have just in few minutes. Okay, I start with emotional intelligence. We realize that even as adults, some adults cannot even relate well, They have issues with understanding people's behaviors. They have issues in interacting with others. Even at the workplace, we see all of these things happen. They don't know the appropriate response even to give to, situations. Some will just react rashly. Meanwhile, you are a leader. You're supposed to be able to hold your team together and be able to bring everybody together. But the manner in which some persons behave, they just react from their heads immediately and do not evaluate the situation. Emotional intelligence is very key. And in this course, we'll be teaching the children how to be able to get hold of their emotions, how to get over their emotions in situations. We also have social skills. The world can never be devoid of relationships, interactions with other humans. What are those things? What are those survival skills that children need to be able to survive in the larger society? Some children are always full of entitlement mentality. They don't even know how to say please. They don't even know how to say thank you. And a whole lot of social skills that will make the society an amiable place for all of us to live in. That is what we shall be looking at in social skills. We are also going to be looking at decision making skills. Even as adults, some adults have issues in making decisions timely, in making timely decisions. You find some adults, when they are faced with challenges or options, alternative and choices. Life itself is all about choices. Some adults cannot even make choices on their own. Seen situations where even children cannot even decide what they want for themselves at different points in time. So we need to help them as children to be able to make decisions and stand by them, make responsible decisions, such that even you as a parent, when you are not there, you can be rest assured that your child would have done the right thing, make responsible decisions and stand by it. We also need to teach them that whatever decisions they have taken, they would be able to abide by the consequences. Since it's their choice, they have to abide by consequences of whatever decisions that they make. How about communication? Communication skills is very important. We know that communication is two-way. It can never be one-sided. But we found out that most communication is usually one way. The other party just wants you to listen, and you can't even make any meaningful contribution. That is wrong. We need to teach our children how to communicate. Even in the home, we find out that some children cannot even communicate in peace. We find a whole lot of noise, anger, frustrations, even being exhibited by children. This and many more are the things we are set to correct by this course on communication. We are going to learn about proper communication amongst children, even with adults, and even in the social space. Okay? We are also going to be looking at something on bullies. We know that bullies exist everywhere. Some are the bullies, some are being bullied. What exactly are the children supposed to do? We need to give them information, right? Whatever we are teaching them now is to prepare them, give them information against what to do, and information to know about it, so that no one will just come and confuse them with any kind of information. So we need to tell them bullies exist. Truly, adult bullies are everywhere. Even children bullies are everywhere. Who is a bully? What should you do if you are being bullied? Even if you are not the one being bullied, what are you supposed to do? Are you supposed to just stand by and be, looking at some other person being bullied? No. There are lots of things that we need to learn on this course. So we are not supposed to stand by, even as children, when a bully situation is going on. You see some children, they just begin to laugh at someone when some negative situations are going on. No, we need to teach them. We need to teach them how not to stand by when things are going wrong, and how to defend themselves when they're in situations of bullying. We're going to give them appropriate responses in situations of bullying. Okay, we also look at refusal skills. Some children don't know, even as some adults. I've seen situations that some adults don't even know that it is just normal. Saying no is just normal. They want to say yes to everything. They want to do everything. You give them 10 assignments, they want to satisfy everyone. Of course, you cannot satisfy everyone. Of course, you don't have to take every advice. Of course, you don't have to follow all your friends. Of course, you don't have to do what others are doing. You should have your mind of your own. So if a child grows up without refusal skills, it's going to be a disaster. A child needs to know when to say no to some certain behaviors, to some certain invitations, to some certain things. Even personally, they need to say no to some things that could be detrimental to their health. So we are going to be looking at that, because we need to let them know from the roots that it is just okay to say no. It is okay. It is not a crime. How about self-esteem? Self-esteem. So children, have no self-esteem at all. They just do not believe in themselves, and they just believe that others are better. They just believe that, for instance, Ojo is number one. It always has to be Ojo. I can only manage and take second place. I can only be third. When Ojo, Bisola, and this, they are taking first to third position, I cannot join them. Their self-esteem is so low. They don't believe in themselves. We actually need to train them to, be very, very confident in themselves. We need to make them believe so much in themselves, and this Low self-esteem also stems out from the way some parents handle their children. Even in the home, they begin to compare them. Can you not see your big sister is this? Can you not see your younger brother can even do this? How about, why can you not be first? Why is it always Ojo that is first? And some children begin to get to the point of depression. Okay, so we need to let them know all of that. Collaboration. Some children are just loners, even as adults. I have seen a lot of adults, and the way they were trained, the way they grew up, they just have to do things for themselves, by themselves, all alone by themselves. They cannot coexist with other people. They cannot do things in a team. They cannot collaborate. Whatever is collaboration is a no-no for them. No, let me do my thing. It's my thing. I can only work alone. I work better if I'm alone. It is not a right attitude, because collaborations is what is making waves now. Is giving people, it's taking them to higher pedestals when you collaborate instead of working alone. So teamwork, we have to teach them how to work as a team, starting from the home, by giving assignments, how to do things together and achieve a common goal. And all of that and more are what we are going to be teaching. Even schools now give assignments, group assignments and all of that. If your child is not used to working in groups, it becomes an issue. Or they will now say, Ojo has come. Ojo is a troublemaker. Tayo is here. No, we don't want her here. Because they have not been trained, to work as a team. We also have a course on empathy. Empathy is a very fundamental skill. Empathy is a very fundamental skill. Some children cannot even put themselves in the shoes of others. That is what empathy is all about. Feeling the feeling of others. Sometimes we see children, when they begin to laugh at others, they see children of less privileged background, some selling bread on the street, some wearing slippers, some don't have shoes and all of that. What's wrong with this one? Why is he dressed like this? And they begin to laugh and make fun. When we have taught our children empathy skills, in fact, laughing will not be the next alternative for them. They will begin to empathize and begin to think of solutions, how to help that person, take that person out of the challenge, even as little as they are. And when they know it from childhood, it goes a long way in making the society a better place. We also have age-appropriate sex education. We know that it's not everything that you can tell the younger ones. And we need to know, gone are the days where sex education is just all about public and private parts. No, we have moved. We have gone beyond all of that. Sex education now involves issues of pornography, substance abuse, sexual abuse, and sexting and all those issues that we're going to be looking at. We really need to teach our children these things. Not that we're encouraging them, but if they don't know, if they don't have this information, they could be confused. Sexual orientations, gender issues everywhere. We need to let them be aware. And vis-a-vis each individual family values, we instill those things in them. And when they are faced with this kind of confusions, they will be bold enough to either come and, seek clarifications from the parents. And also they'll be able to, for themselves, decipher what is right and, what is wrong. Time management. We found out that a lot of adults cannot keep to time. And that, for me, is very appalling. An appointment is for 8 a.m. and you find out that they cannot even meet up. They will be complaining of traffic. I find out that even some students who have 7 a.m. lectures or even 9 a.m. lectures will not meet up with classes. When you ask them, why did you come late? I went to fetch water. Can you be fetching water in the morning when you have a very early lecture? It's part of time management, planning. We need to teach our children how to plan their time. Also, you see other children, they just run up and down from morning to night, busy. They are doing nothing. At the end of the day, when you evaluate what they have done, you will see that they have achieved nothing because there is no proper planning. There is no proper planning. So we need to teach children how to manage their time, effective time management. We also need to self-confidence, closely related with self-esteem, but there's a little bit of difference. Children need to be confident in themselves. They need to believe in themselves that they can do everything. And that even if there are obstacles, even if there are failures, they will overcome. That is it, because failure is inevitable at some point or the other. So when they know that they fail, okay, the next thing is to rise up and move on. And confidence, whatever that person is doing, I can also do. I can even surpass. When we instill that self-confidence in them, it is very important. We need to let them know. Critical thinking. Some children, they cannot even reason. They are only like push and start. You just, stooges. You move them, they move. You move them, they move. Of course, that is the way most of us, and even some older ones, were trained. Our parents did not like us questioning them. Why do I have to do this? Even to seek clarification, you'll be afraid. But, times have changed. We can no longer continue in that manner, because we are going to be killing the ability to reason logically of the children. So we should allow them, we should give them test questions, we should give them opportunities to, situations to, reason out. When we discover that, okay, we have a set way of doing these things, if you allow these children to reason, they could even bring a better way, like more than we thought we have been doing. So we should allow them to develop critical thinking skills, which we are likely to kill if we are parents who say, why are you questioning my authority? Why do you have to listen to what I'm saying? And all of that. So this and more, we're going to teach the children. Resilience. Failure is inevitable, as I said earlier. The ability to persist is what brings success overall. So when children have learned not to give up, some children fail at once and they just feel, my life is ended. Why should it be me? I'm going to commit suicide right now. I've never failed before. Failure is part of life. When we let them know and we don't make a big deal out of failure, they'll be confident to go on even if failure appears. So resilience, the ability not to give up, that is what we will be looking at. Patience is very important. That is a virtue which even some adults do not have. We do not find it easy to take turns. We cannot queue. We cannot wait for long without even complaining. We like to jump queues. We like to make noise. By the time you have waited for like 5 minutes, we don't even have patience at all. And we say it, I'm not a patient person. I don't have patience. What is patience? Patience is the ability to wait without complaining or getting bored or even being upset. How many of us get to this point? We are adults, but we can still help the children. We can help the younger generation. And that is why Lexeeland Resource is here to help you in passing these messages, these survival skills to the children in the language that they can understand. We have courses, we have course materials that we shall be using in our upcoming training. This training is going to take place between 20th and 22nd of August. If you click the button underneath this video, you'll be able to get more details. We need to subscribe and train our children and allow our children to participate in this training. After the training, you're going to be entitled to have the course materials. You have access to the course materials, yes, and you'll be able to download them and it's yours, permanently. So you would get value. I encourage all parents to allow your children to be part of this coaching event. It's just for 3 days. That's the season 1. Just 3 out of about the 14 or 15 courses that we have, and let us start with that. I'm sure you are going to get value for whatever money that you will part with. Yes, I assure you that your children will turn out better people after this training. For parents who also feel like taking any of the other courses, you can reach out for more information. Just click on the button below this video and you will be able to get all the information that you need. Remember, 20th to 22nd of August is the time for our scheduled training. I hope to see you on the inside where we will give you much information. Thank you for listening.